the Benzais spin out card production. I remember seeing this move for the first time and thinking it was the greatest thing ever. And if you're anything like me when it comes to card tricks, I wanted to figure out exactly how it was done without actually looking it up. So I tried a bunch of random ideas and none of them actually worked out. It got so bad that I gave up learning the move entirely. Until about 3 years ago, I saw this random hotshot dealer guy on Instagram, and then it hit me. This is how you do the Benzais spin out. What up, crew? Hope you're doing well. I am super excited to be sharing this move with you today because I feel like this is one of the coolest card productions to make you seem like an absolute expert at the card table. And the best part is that it only requires a couple days of consistent practice to really get down. Oh, and if you're joining me here for the first time, my name is Vinny and I go by CardMechanic on YouTube. So with all the introductions out of the way, grab your deck, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and now let's do it. Alright, yo, let's go. Before we get started, a little bit of background. This move was created by the man himself, John Benzais, who this move is named after. It's supposed to give the illusion that you're shooting out a card from the center of the deck. Let me give you a use case for this move. Let's say you're showing a spectator you know how to control the Ace of Hearts. So you take the Ace of Hearts, shuffle it into the deck, maybe just something like this, push that right in there, and then doing the spin out move, you can shoot that card right out. Now here's the secret behind this move. In the Benzais spin out, you're actually shooting out the top card. So I just controlled the Ace of Hearts back to the top, and then I did the spin out move looking something like this. And this drove me crazy for the longest time because I always thought the card was kind of controlled somewhere into the center like this. The person held a break above it, like with their thumb, and then they somehow shot it out. I had no idea how, but that's how I thought it was done. So when I figured out that it was from the top of the deck, I crumbled. But regardless, I think the illusion that it gives of a card being shot out from the center is awesome. So let's actually break down how this move works. Of course, you want the card that you're producing to be on top of the deck, and you're holding the deck horizontally like so. The way that I usually like to hold the deck is I have my thumb in the back, my middle, and a ring finger up front here. And now the way that this production is going to look is that you're using your index finger. I'm using it of my dominant hand. So I'm using my dominant index finger, pressing down on the top card, and my dominant hand is holding the bottom half of the deck, and my non-dominant hand is holding the top half of the deck. So what we're trying to imitate is lifting out this packet while shooting out this card. And that's one thing you want to keep in mind whenever you're learning new moves, is what is the natural motion that you're trying to imitate. So the way that we want to do this is we're showing the spectator that we're lifting up half the deck and then shooting out the card. But what we're actually going to be doing is lifting up half the deck, but as we lift up, we're sliding off the top card. So using our index finger here, again, like I said, we're breaking the packet in half. So I'm getting thumb breaks here and here. Again, it's not exactly in half, but you know, just getting a break somewhere. I'm getting a break here, again with my thumb, pressing down on this card and pulling this out. So that's the first thing you want to do. And as soon as this packet clears the top card, you want to lift upwards. So again, what that's going to look like that. One more time, like that. And the reason you're lifting up and not all the way out like this is because you want to illustrate to the spectator that it's being shot out from the center. And if you're kind of shifting it sideways like this, it almost seems like a weird motion that you're shooting it sideways. Well, you're pulling the sideways and the card's being shot out forward. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. Use your index finger, again, get into your grip, index finger, push down, split the deck in half here, pretty much grab a thumb break at wherever you want. And that's where the point where the thumb break is where your illusion of the card being popped out is going to be. So a thumb break with both thumbs here, press down, pull out here, this whole packet above the thumb break, pull it out. And now what's going to be happening is you're going to be using this hand to shoot out that card. So let's talk more about the shooting out aspect. This is something that took me a while to get down. I was able to separate this easily and start shooting it out, but the card always ended up looking something like this, or like it barely spun or barely went anywhere. And I had to figure out, it took me a long time to figure out why that was the case. So I'm going to share, again, my secret tips, and this I guess is the best part of learning card tricks, is that when you try to figure things out yourself, you figure out where your own problems are and how to, I guess, solution those problems. So what I found to be the easiest way to shoot out playing cards, and I guess I'll show you, break it down in kind of slow motion, but also not really, is after you do the separation, you want to make sure this corner here is not behind this thumb. So you see my thumb here, you want to make sure the corner is not back there, but the card you're going to be shooting out, you want the corner to be on this thumb, right? If you have the corner on this thumb, it'll be a lot easier for you to push out that playing card. So again, you don't want the corner back there, otherwise the card could get stuck. If you have the corner on your thumb here, it'll be much easier to shoot that card out. So putting things together at this point, you do a split, pull out, and again, this card is at a bit of an angle, and you're pushing down fairly hard with your index finger. Not like super hard, but like, I guess as hard as you can go without stressing yourself, pushing down super hard. And then you're flicking this finger forward. That's it, you're bring that card back. One more time, getting the break, pressing down, pulling out, make sure the corner is there, and then flicking the index finger forward like that. So I'd recommend practicing each of these motions in slow motion first. So break, practice getting the break first, practice splitting, and as soon as the split looks okay, then when you clear here, that's when you immediately want to start pushing that card out. You don't want it to be like here and then you're pushing the card out, because it doesn't seem as smooth or it doesn't flow as well. So up to speed, right? We have a card, it's going to look something like that. One last thing I want to leave you with is to take into consideration the strength and the speed of the flick with your index finger. Because depending on how quickly or how hardly, is that a word? I guess just depending on how quick you shoot out that card, it can either go flying or it could land like right here. So there is the Benzais spin out. So go on and practice this move so you look like a pro whenever you perform. That being said, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you want to see some more content that might be best for you, click on that video right over there. As always, it was a pleasure having you here. Have a great day ahead, and I hope to see you really soon.